Oh, hey there. I guess my break is over. Today I want to talk about a very important part of game development, because as games are developed, we have developers making it and testing it out. It goes through QA testing to make sure all the bugs are ironed out. But there's one important step that needs to happen before the public gets their hands on the game. And that is, well, getting the public's hands on the game through game testing. And that's where the Games Labs comes in, and which is what we're going to be checking out today. That is where select members of the public sign up and are invited to visit us here at the studio in Malmö and try the game out. Give us feedback and see if everything is intuitive, working and stuff like that. So let's head on over to the Game Lab and see what they're testing out today. So Mike, let's start at the very beginning. What is a Games Lab?
That's a good question, Dóri. It really depends on the studio you ask. It differs between all the studios and between each team. But for Massive, the Games Lab is a team that works together under games intelligence, together with user research, game analytics, and data science. And our main purpose is to execute playtests.
Yeah, and I touched upon this a little bit in my intro, but since we have the expert here, we'll get a better definition. What exactly is a playtest and why is it important to the development of the game?
A playtest is an event of hypothesis testing and data collection. We believe that it's a necessity for game development because anything you do in a vacuum for years and years tends to leave blind spot, and that would happen for anyone who does this. So it's really nice to get some fresh external eyes to come in, and if it's necessary to say the emperor has no clothes on.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I know that once the on-air signs here come on, everything that happens is very hush-hush. But can you tell me a little bit about what you're actually doing here this week?
This week we're running a little bit of a special test because we're doing a study for an external studio from America. And so they wanted to run a study on a large sample size, which we were able to do together with 2 other labs here in Europe, and also on a different cultural background. So they get to try out this in a completely different environment than they would normally have in their testing conditions.
Yeah, and I mean, you touched a little bit about, data science. Back in the day when I used to think about playtesting, I thought, oh, you just get to come in and play a game, but there's a lot more science to it. It's in the name. Yeah.
All of their game data is, of course, collected just like we do under the weekly playtest. That is being compiled into game analytics reports, but people are also being observed due to very strict protocols and methodology designed by the user research team. All that data together is being compiled into different types of reports and then delivered to the production team.
Hi, my name is Alexander and I'm number 12.
How did you get interested in joining a playtest?
Primarily, I love playing games and I also design. I'm a graduated designer, so I want to help people, especially in games. And I also came here because I'm curious about how it works here, how their playtests look like.
My name is Mohammed Hussein and I am number 6.
What would you say your gaming experience is? Are you a hardcore gamer that plays every day, more casual?
I will describe myself as a more casual gamer. I work a lot, so when I have the time, I'll try to game, but always with my friends, very rarely alone.
My name is Tom and I'm number 5.
So how has it been being a playtester so far?
It's been great. They're taking good care of us. We're getting some nice food, free drinks, plenty of coffee.
It's been fun. It's been an experience.
It's been great. I honestly didn't expect it to be this good. They've been very welcoming and told us clear instructions on what to do. And I've had a really good time.
Everyone of the staff members have been very kind to us and very welcoming, and I would for sure do it again.
And what have you been playing this week?
Oh, it's been...
And yeah, speaking of which, I've been set up with a short little playtest of my own. Of course, I can't show the game that is being tested this week, but they've set me up here in the Division 2. What you see on the screen right now is actually kind of the view that the researchers see. For example, we have eye tracking here to see, what I'm looking at any given moment. They can be used, for example, to, research the UI. Are you looking at the hints and tips or seeing when a quest marker is popping up, stuff like that? They also have the ability to to measure my heart rate and emotional arousal, although they're not doing that right now. And as you can see, my face is up here as well. So in the recording, you can see, you know, are people happy or are they looking annoyed? And basically, is the game giving people what it is supposed to be giving them at any point in time? And there's more metrics that are being measured as well that, well, first of all, I don't really know exactly all of them, but also they want to keep some of it secret from the playtesters just in order to not influence the actual measurements being taken. But as a playtester, basically what I'm looking at is just a game sitting here and having fun. Die! How does one that has an interest in games become a playtester?
That's the simple part. They just sign up to our playtesting pool. They do that on the massive website, and they fill out some information about their gaming habits and stuff about them, so we can see if they're fit for a good test in the future. So once we have a new test coming up, we will design an individual profile for that test. And if you are a good fit for that test, then we'll reach out to you and we'll ask you extensive questions. We'll vet you. We'll send you the NDAs, the hush-hush part. So everyone is meticulously picked out for profile and for security reasons for that test individually.
Yeah, so it's not, for those that are interested in joining, you don't need to be a hardcore gamer or not necessarily just a casual player because you're looking for the breadth. You want to, well, create a picture of the whole public as a whole.
Definitely. We run tests that fits every single type of person that there is. Some of the tests we run are for family people, some of the tests are for hardcore gamers, and some of the tests are for very novice gamers. So it's definitely a wide pool of interest. Most of them have in common that they're for gamers though.
Yeah, and it all happens locally right here in the Games Lab.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah, you have external ones as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so if you're interested in becoming a playtester, well, sign up and who knows?
I'll see you in the lab.